Okay, that's amazing. That's amazing. But don't wait change or get when they see the abacha. Now you they make the abacha. You don't ever enter kitchen. Let's start there first. And no be a henna. Your henna is not sounding convincing at all. Eh? Go on masiche okpo sige. Hey, emperor bia ki lenyo. Oh, kwe hemma. Oh, kwe hemma. That's not na am ko se de. Am kom oh kwe hemma. Eh? Asị m gị kọọta m nke gị nwa na-agwọ ije kọọta m nke grandma na-esi ee asị m gị kọọta m nke ị na-agwọ ije kọọta m nke grandma na-agwọrọ gị ọ sị m ọkwa ịghọta only nghọta because nsị gị bata kichin kịta bịa gwọ m the same thing you might not be able to do so. But anyways, I believe the men in this community are able, just like Christian was able to narrate how to make that wonderful soup, and Pedro as well. So yes, I believe that. Anyways, in this case of abacha, yeah, what would you prefer to eat it with? Fish or goat meat? Normally fish. All right, that's beautiful, my brother. You've been a wonderful chef, eh? So because you've taught us one or two things now about how to make abacha. It's not as clear as the last caller because I'm not sure what you're doing, but you can call back because your voice was sounding very distorted at some point. Like I said, it's not as clear as the first caller and as articulate as the last caller because Peace really took the time to let us know the processes. Well, you just rushed it in. That's why I had my suspicions that no how okay, but it still works out. Either way, we're taking more calls here, and we have some amazing texts from our amazing community members. This one says, "Hi, OGO is Favor from Transekulu. Please tell Peace where in Udi is she from, because I am from Udi too, and we love abacha too well. And also, Peace, if I catch you, you better love abacha." Oh, all right. So Peace, you have heard it now. I told you our village people were going to come for you gradually, and you thought I was joking. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we are live right now on our YouTube channel, and best believe that it's going to be all vibes as soon as we go on a dance break. Not right now, but you already know now. In case you want to know who is talking to you and what he looks like, here goes nothing. You can go on our YouTube channel on Volt Express and smash that like button, smash that subscribe button as well to keep up on our updates. We have some amazing videos for you to catch up on just in case you've not been through our recent content online, okay? Yes, my people, we are hot live and we are sizzling like that favorite ofe or abacha that has been made or would be made later on this week. Anyways, like I was saying, I was going to explain to you how to make the infamous onubu. Please, I just want to say something. From the Anambra na ege monte. Just let me know. But instead of giving you onubu recipe, let me give you my very own recipe for making ofe ako. Yes, banga soup. That I am an expert at, and let's work with me. So you would buy your all right, you're going to first of all buy your ako. Make sure that your ako is well nutrients, that has enough nutrients, and has enough oil as well as you squeeze, right? You have to make sure that the ako has a lot of oil so that it's easier to get out and extract the oil once being processed. Then my favorite leaf to use is the ugu leaf. Yes. I also like to use the utazi leaf to make my ofaku. Now, besides the basic onions, pepper, crayfish, and chow, right? Because You can call me right here on 0706 048 5853. Alternatively, 0915 570 8347 to correct me. Anyways, this is how I make my own ofwako. So aside the part where you have to buy all those ingredients, the crayfish, the onions, the pepper, you also need to get knorr and your favorite protein. For me, I would recommend using goat meat for your ofe ako. Yes, goat meat. That's a very good way to go to enjoy a long savoring taste of amazing ofe ako, aka banga soup. All right. So when you buy the ako, you boil water, or you might as well boil the ako for as long as 10 minutes, right? You boil it for 10 minutes, and you can also wait either through cutting your otazi leaf or your ugu. Cut them in small stew sizes. All right, in my size, I'm see yam and green. Yes, that is the size you would be cutting your ugu or your otazi into. Then next, you're going to fry your ingredients, which includes the crayfish, pepper, onions, and all that in a pot, right? You're going to fry it, steam it. That is the proper word to use. You're going to steam it for quite some time, about 3-4 minutes, right? And before that, make sure that the preparations for your meat, whatever protein you choose to use, like I said, you could use fish, you could use beef, you could use goat's meat, you could use snail as well. All right, depends on what you're familiar with. For me, I use goat's meat because it brings out the lovely taste. And well, goat's meat just has this thing when it goes into ofwako, it just makes you know that you're doing the right thing. Either that, I would also prefer you use chicken. Yes, now, because chicken stock itself is one of the very most infamous ingredients to add to any meal. We already know how chicken stock can go into jollof rice, stew, or whatever, and make it come out as voila. You understand? So yes, my people, you stir fry your ingredients, and when your protein, that's your meat, is done from the other pot, you can choose to put it in the pot where you're steaming your ingredients, right? Before that, you've already boiled down your ako so that it's just the oil that remains. You understand? And when you've boiled it down, you don't boil it down for it to dry completely. I'm teaching you one or two things, so grab your pen. This is very vital information. You do not boil it down to the point where it's has become very dry in the pot, right? You allow it to steam well enough, right? You allow it to steam, and when it steams, you get that ingredients that you were steaming, right? And pour it inside the pot of ako that you have already started steaming, and make sure that the water in the ako has reduced well. If not, you'll be eating watery ofwako. You understand? Now you go ahead, allow it to steam, sizzle together for about, let's say, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, thereabouts, right? Also, I'm putting into factor your gas usage. Please do not burn your kitchen using the gas at a high volume. You can turn it down a little so that you can also monitor and taste the ako while it is boiling with the rest of the ingredients. This is before you add your meat in the pot, right? In the pot of that ako and the other ingredients boiling. So you're going to get your meat. Some people might choose to also include bomo. Yes, so me personally, I'm a foodie. I have to confess. I know they use my belly play at some points because You know, like my mother would say, a good meal prolongs your life, right? That is why it's also important for me to have a woman who knows how to cook, who loves to cook, you know what I mean? Who enjoys food as much as I enjoy food and finds joy in also making those dishes. Anyways, let's not divert any further. You get the momo or the goat's meat if you're going to mix them both, and you put it inside the pot. You understand? You stir, because by this point your momo and your goat's meat or whatever meat you're using, the chicken or anything like that, is already cooked to a certain level. Do not make it too soft. So yes, the secret to sizzling a meat when it's still raw and you're about to parboil it, you can do it for, let's say, 5 minutes, because meats like chicken, they really come with their own oil. So you don't really need to put a lot of water and a lot of oil into it. It's just tinkly water. You understand? Now you do that, and next you cover your pot. You allow it to boil for, let's say, as long as, let's give or take 5-10 minutes, 20 minutes. You understand? For everything to mix together. You know, now that kind of feeling. Then you bring your spoon, your long ngaji, and you now taste. You say, okay. Then you can choose to add salt, a pinch of salt. Also, I would let you know that you need to be careful with the amount of salt you are putting in your ofuako to avoid it being too salty, right? You have to avoid using a lot of salt, because you know salt is good for the body, but it can also be harmful in the sense that your blood levels can go up, and then it becomes a problem, right? So you're going to have to use a very small quantity of salt. Pour it into the pot where your meat is boiling, the aku stew is boiling, and your ingredients as well is boiling. And you can choose to use knorr as well, because knorr is a very good ingredient. And trust me, guys, if you know how to put in knorr, you can apply knorr in very little quantities and it's going to come out very well. All right. What else do I do when I'm making ofako? So, okay, yeah, you have to allow it to cook, right? You allow it to cook for, as well, give or take, let's call it 10 minutes after you've put your salt. And by this time, I would like you to also note that you would have washed your ugu leaf or your otazi leaf or your nchangu leaf, whatever leaf you choose to use. You must have washed it properly. And I also recommend, before cooking, please wash your hands. It's important. Hygiene. Biko, I cannot stress this enough. Maka ndị ha zichi me from ebe ọbụla ha ga ejili aba kitchen without washing their hands. Echefuo na hygiene bụ a priority. That good hygiene also leads to tasty food. So please wash your hands properly. All right. No ini gaba mada afọ. So yeah, you wash your ugu, wash your tazi, wash your nchangu leaf, cut them after this point and make sure that they are cut in very lovely manner, right? Then you put salt. You sprinkle a tiny bit of salt in the ugu to make sure that there are no worms walking around or nothing like that, depending on where you buy it from. Most sellers these days are very careful so they do not sell harmful food to the public. But in case you meet one who is not as clean, you can choose to use salt on your green, on the ugu, utazi, or whatever leaves you're using, right? Now, before you add that, you're going to have added, I call them mkpolo azo, all those small orishi now. I'm talking about stockfish, in case you want to add, because a lot of people do not like stockfish because of the bony content it comes with. But if you do love stockfish, you can go ahead and add that just before you put your ugu or whatever leaf you're using. You know why I said add that just before, and do not add it with the other ingredients as you're mixing? That's the crayfish, the onions, the pepper, and whatnot, right? It's because fishes like that tend to go in the pot and dissolve. Do you understand? Now you understand the secret why I said parboil your meat a little bit for at least 3-4 minutes, and make sure that it is in a high fire when you're parboiling, because by the time it's parboiled, it would give the stew time to mix all the ingredients up with the meat's flavor and come out well. That means it is not too soft, right? And it is not falling apart in the pot. Emma, anu sometimes can dissolve. But the guys out there, I know say they shock you, say, now man, they explain this thing. No worry. No worry. I go represent. No worry. Anyways, going on. I don't feel myself small, but nothing. So yes. You add that crayfish, not crayfish, the molo azu. You add it to the pot and you stir. Once, so no go and stir the one that you be stirring and be tiffing the meat from the pot. Because kwa na kitchen, na kitchen. So yes, my people, you would stir the pot, cover it for let's say 3-4 minutes to make sure that everything is smelling good. You understand? Then you can choose to check, add a little bit, maybe a cube of not salt again, because remember you've added a pinch of salt, so it does not come out too salty. And remember, yeah, ofuaku is like any other stew. If you put too much salt, no matter what you're putting inside, it would come out. The salt would always overpower the no, right? So yes, you do that. You boil your rice at this point. You make sure that your rice is washed properly. I'll recommend washing your rice twice. Remember, wash your rice twice. If you don't wash your rice twice and you wash it once and you forget to parboil and rinse again, I can assure you that you're going to be eating very sandy rice. All right, because no matter how much a destoned rice wants to look, it's still going to have some dirt in it, which is bad for your body. And remember, when you're washing rice, you're washing it also to remove the excess carbohydrates in it. A lot of people now will be saying, oh, how do you know all these things? Don't worry, how's Zumofuma? Is it because I am coming here and I speak English? Don't worry. My wife no get issue. She no go ever get wahala. Anyways, we're going into it when we turn. Okay, we pour our leaf into the pot now that is already sizzled or sizzling at this point. We include the ugu, right? Or the water leaf. I think ugu is water leaf. Sorry if I'm mistaking the both. But you include your leaves to the pot, right? And you stir. Remember, I did not say add palm oil to the ofuaku. Please, in this wonderful channel, Bikono, I am begging you, don't add extra oil to this ofuaku unless the palm fruit you got does not have enough oil. Even at that, please manage the oil. Do not go and be using extra palm oil in ofuaku because it may be a lot of food. All right. So you stir the pot, stir for about 1 minute. All right. Don't go and forget yourself while stirring, because remember, you have already put chicken and bomo inside the pot to boil with the ofuaku. And we know that, okay, some might not know, but bomo takes more time to get softer than chicken. So you have to be aware so your chicken does not get mashed up. So I recommend or a minute or a few seconds before you put your green that you're using to cook, you can choose to remove the chicken, not the bomo, but the chicken. All right, bomo can stay a little bit longer to give the food some extra taste, even though pomo does not really have its own flavor, right? So you remove it from the pot. That's your chicken. You put it in a separate bowl. You can choose to add it before the food is done or fry your chicken. I would recommend either one, because sometimes I get so you know hesitant, and I want the food to come out well, and I choose to fry, no matter how hungry I am. And other days I might just look at the chicken and say, you know what, if I don't pour this thing right back into the pot at this point, I might just finish this thing eating it one by one, right? So yes, you pull out the chicken, you put it in a bowl, you cover it warmly so that the steam does not, including your neighbors. Izugo bank egondi CBN. All right. So you pour the green you're using, you stir for about 1 minute, 2 minutes, and then you cover your pot. Now this is where the fun begins. You boil your rice after washing it twice. You make sure that your rice has been boiled or parboiled to a certain degree where it is not too hard, not too soft. Then you bring out your rice strainer. I think they call it is it Oyo? Please, pardon me if I'm getting it wrong. You get the rice strainer, right? That thing that has holes under it where you pour the rice. When you do that, you can boil your rice for, let's say, give or take 10 minutes to give it time to soften up, but not too soft. Then you pour the water. You come back to that pot where you used to boil your rice. You boil another set of water, and that's the final stage of boiling that rice. You can boil the rice again, right? You boil that rice again. This time you're boiling it with not the amount of water you boiled it the first time. You're boiling it with small quantity of water, right? Yes. And I'll prefer you use a medium-sized pot, because sometimes rice can swell and just ruin the whole place, to ruin the whole gas cooker or whatever it is you're using to cook. All right. You go back to your pot of ofako and you check. You keep tasting to make sure that this food is dabarina daba. So that the next person that will eat it. And remember, if your food is cooking and your neighbor is not shouting outside, please just quietly off that gas and go and sleep, because so I'm talking from experience now. I've had compliments so many times when I'm in the kitchen and it just goes out of proportion and people are wondering like, but depends on the method you're using. You might want to close your windows to avoid your neighbors smelling that wonderful aroma. Anyways, that is how you make ofe akwu, because at that point, the rice is ready. You turn off the gas. Make sure that the rice has boiled down enough for the water to disappear from it, so that you will not have water in your rice. You will buy your stove or you buy your gas. Rice or your rice spoils because it's inside water. Please, let us practice healthy cooking. All right. When the rice is ready, is ready, you open the pot to allow the steam and whatever water is left to kind of just evaporate, right? Then your ofako pot, now you guys you just need to taste yourself some accolades. Now go yourself ninka autobolam. You understand? You're just not boagisi like that. Be telling yourself that I am a good husband material or I'm a good wife material, in case you have been able to successfully use this method, right? So, my people, that is how you make ofako. At least that is how I make my ofako. And from an Anambra man, if you have contrary opinions to how to make ofako, I'm willing to take them. All right, because I am a Charo, but if you were taking notes, you are a real one. Anyways, I'm taking more calls right here on Volt Express. Let's hear what the callers have to say. Hello, what's your name and where are you calling from? Good afternoon.
Hello, it's me. I called back.
All right.
I have a criticism
All right, go ahead.
I want to finish.
Oh, fuck now. We off. Who also?
You know,
Hey.
it's people that are first.
Because give us say akara ba akara.
No, that is Akaya. That's what I've been calling it even when I was small.
Bam, akara.
I was like, oh, no, let me open you as the happy but in the water.
Oye buwada. Give one bukwa umunna. Umunna bukwa ge.
Honestly, if you're powerful, if you're only so powerful, you're never going to see Korean Kenya. I don't even, I don't show you about
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
You went like, well, maybe you're a guy and then you're talking to other guys. Wait, so not come and teach me how to
Hey God. Nana. Do you know how many people I teach how to cook? Eh?
After I had things like Manuni, Biafra, I was kind of confused to ask what you're trying to say. But you're trying to tell them that if your apple, like a kind of apple manu, then you shouldn't add extra oil. Who the hell use the extra oil in your palm kernel?
Exactly.
Well, let me rate you right now. From a scale of 1 to 10, I'm giving you a 6. Yeah.
Yeah, give me what?
A 6.
A 6. Jesus Christ. With all these methods. With all these careful methods.
Yeah, stop it. This is cooking.
Hey, wahala.
Yes, now, even if you don't, another person should come and raise you. I'm not even lying. Let's just get it. I need to cook up like this. I'll be like, yeah, Papa can lead the show, but every kind of way,
Jesus Christ. Hey, maybe you're not supposed to be shaming me like this now.
Right now, they are coming for you. Just don't worry.
They should come. Okay, onene sitting there. You guys are hilarious. Okay, no problem. Now me do myself. Now me Jones. Now me go the form say I be the new chef in town. If I just leave this thing for now, leave them for Hilda Basi Joy. Leave them for Peace. Leave them for Mimi. Anyways, we're taking the more calls right here on 0706 048 5853. Alternatively, 0915 570 8347. We have an amazing guest on our YouTube channel who says, in the person of Oyejekwe Cecilia, she says, good afternoon, Volts FM Express family, and to you, OGO. Hope you enjoyed yourself yesterday. Welcome to a new month, the second half of the year 2025. We thank God for thus far He has brought us. Oh, wow. Thank God as well. Such a wonderful month. And she went further to say, Otaze is bitter. You don't use it for ofeako. What you use is scent leaf and ugu leaf. My sister in the Lord, you know, I said it too. I said it was uguna. Sometimes I used to forget the names of these things. Sometimes it looks like all the leaves looks the same. I cannot even lie. I'm just very lucky that when I go to the market, people look at me and say, "Nah, born down only. I just smell it better." Then some of them sell me the right leaf, especially that scent leaf you just talked about. Anyways, Cecilia went further to say, you are actually trying. Most guys don't know anything about cooking. Well done. This one don't sweet me. All right, all right. You know, be like me, mean girl. We go give me 6. Why are you giving me 6? Do you think it's easy for Chef Ogio to enter the kitchen and whip something fantastic, fantabulous, cocastic, cocastabulous? Yeah, I'm tabi like it. Anyways, we're taking more calls right here on Volt Express, guys. Let me know what you feel about that cooking method. And we still have that question on which traditional dish from your village keeps you in good spirits. Let's go. Hello, good afternoon. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hello, good afternoon, Audio.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, and you? Happy New Month.
Happy New Month, my dear. What's your name and where you calling from?
I'm Blessing, calling from Transeco.
All right, Blessing from Transeco. You have the floor, my dear.
Thank you. I heard you cooking banga stew.
Yeah, so
Oh my God, you tried, Sha.
Abby?
Yeah, you tried somehow. Anyway, not everyone knows how to cook banga stew. Even me myself, not everyone knows how to cook banga. But you tried.
Thank you so much. Thank you. You. All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, there are some ingredients I didn't hear you mention actually. Just like the way my mom cooks that banga stew. There are some natural ingredients she adds, just like this what do they call it? Ehu. Is it ehu?
Ehu, what?
Ehu.
What's that?
It's one seed like that. It's kind of brown.
Is it pepperish?
No.
Yeah.
And there are like another one that is black. There are many of them, like up to 5, but I don't know their names. You just grind them very powdered, you add it to that banga stew. It also helps to bring out the taste and aroma of the stew.
Okay.
And you use Nchan scent leaf and ugu. You don't use utazi.
Okay, you don't use utazi.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
And then, like the meat that actually fit that banga stew is goat meat. Yeah, it brings the taste very well.
Yes, it does.
And then dry fish.
Hey, is that dry fish I wanted to talk? I was not saying urazu, but
yeah, dry fish. You add that dry fish. It all brings the taste of the banga stew. But one more thing, you don't add oil in the banga stew.
No, you don't.
No matter what.
Mm-hmm.
No, you don't. No matter what, you don't add oil.
Okay.
The oil that you sieved out from the palm fruits after sieving it, that's the only oil you use, no matter what. Even if there is no oil, but there's no way there cannot be oil because palm fruit is full of oil. So you don't add palm oil.
Okay. All right. Notes taken. I will not be adding palm oil just in the nearest future in case.
Yeah, they don't add palm oil because too much of oil is not good.
Yes, no.
So the one in the palm fruit is only enough.
Okay. Okay.
Well done.
All right. So what about you, your traditional dish? Which one would you like to let us know how to cook today? Since the ofuaku might not be an ideal thing for people because I did notice we had a lot of chefs in the building. But anyway, I would like to learn from you. What kind of dish would you recommend from your town that can cook?
Well, most people, they love swallow very well.
Swallow ke?
Yeah.
All right.
Swallow.
All right. What kind of soup?
This rasu and the goosey soup.
I walk us through the step on how to cook this amazing soup. Walk me through the steps on how to make that amazing soup.
Okay, well, the egusi soup, as I've learned from my mother, she has 2 different ways of cooking the egusi soup.
All right.
The one of frying the egusi and the one of not frying it.
Okay.
But that one of frying actually is when you add, there's this particular thing they add, it used to be white. I don't know what they call, they all these ingredients that, I don't know, maybe my mother knows about the ingredients, but I don't know the names. So, first of all, you grind your egusi. After grinding the egusi, you buy your choice of meat, beef, goat meat, or whatever.
Okay.
Wash it very well with salt. After washing, then put it in a pot. Make sure you rinse the pot very well too.
Of course.
Then season it with salt and seasoning cube.
Okay.
Only these 2 things. Then put it on fire. Boil it like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. If you're making use of stock fish or dry fish, you add it. Then boil it again. You boil it until the meat is done. But when you're boiling it, you you pound your crayfish and pepper.
Okay.
Add it together in the meat while boiling it until they will all be done.
Okay.
All those ingredients will enter inside the meat so that when you're eating the meat, you'll be getting the taste.
All right.
Then, once your meat is done, carry it down. Put your pot on fire. Put red oil. Once the red oil gets hot, just a little bit, add your egusi, stir very well. Then, take the water from the meat, the water you parboil from the meat, put it in the egusi, stir very well. Then after stirring it, cover it and allow to boil for some minutes.
Okay.
Once it boils for some minutes, then you add both the meat, the stockfish and the dry fish, everything you boil, put it inside the egusi stew, then soup. Then allow to boil. Then for your vegetables, I prefer to use ugu. Then you wash your vegetable, slice very well. Then after the egusi is boiled for like 30 to 40 minutes,
Okay.
taste it to know if you still need to add like salt or pepper or any other seasoning. If it's okay, then you can add your vegetable. In just less than 5 minutes, allow the vegetable to boil, then you're done.
Okay. But I'm just asking, yeah? Just in case we want to try something different, what meat in traditional sense would you say is fitted for egusi?
Like how?
What meat would you say is preferable to make egusi? Because a lot of people will say beef, but I think differently because I've seen some people use snail meat, and I was wondering, would that taste good in egusi?
Well, I've never used snail in egusi.
Okay.
I think the one that is actually preferable is beef or goat meat. Those two, beef and goat meat or turkey, they actually add good taste in egusi soup. So it's your choice. Actually, some people that use snails, well, it's their choice. So for me, I don't know how that soup is going to taste.
Okay.
So I think beef or goat meat is okay for egusi.
All right, beef or goat meat is wonderful for egusi. Wow. Listen, you are a wonderful chef. Oh. I'm sure that guy would just be smiling to hear his lolo talk about making this amazing egusi.
Oh my gosh. Thank you.
You're welcome, my dear. Anyways, what kind of song would you like to hear today just before we go on a quick break and then come back?
Well, song. Just give me any song by Ruga.
Any song by Ruga. All right, my dear. I hope you have your dancing shoes on because you're going to be dancing to that Egusi jam today.
Yeah.
All right. I'll be playing you Girlfriend by Ruga as soon as we go on the break, okay?
Yeah, that's okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a wonderful Tuesday ahead.
And you too. And how about Mommy Radio?
Mommy Radio is fine. I have a very good feeling she's the one enjoying all the behind the scenes going on YouTube right now. I'm sure she would enjoy it if you join her, you know.
I don't have data, so I can't go YouTube now.
Yeah, all right. But I'm sure she's listening right now, and in no time she would call to send a shout out to the entire Volt Express family.
All right. My regards to her and Ajozi Daddy.
Absolutely. I would let him know as well. I'm sure he's hearing us and laughing at this segment, especially with that explanation of how to make ofuaku. Don't worry, my God is looking.
Thank you.
All right, my dear.
Have a nice day.
You too. Igobi. All right, my people. What's a food festival we are having? Anyways, reading some text messages from our amazing texters. This one says, good afternoon, sir. Please, did I just hear water leaf or is it a mistake? Wow, kudos to you for a man to explain how to cook even. Happy New Month, more grace. Kingsley Wu from Enugu. Big shout out to you, Kingsley. And yes, my brother, you heard water leaf. It was, well, semi-mistake, but it feels like I know what I'm doing. But anyways, I no fear, I no shake. That was how I explained how to make that amazing food ofuaku. This one says, good afternoon, OGO. Happy birthday in alias. Thank you very much. Please help me ask Mimi if her grandma is an Akwa Ibomite, because Orun calls that meal, ototo, while Ibibio calls it epang nkukwo. I hope I'm getting that correct though. Anyways, this caller did not say where he's from. And I greet you also. Thank you for sending those birthday wishes in alias as well. Thank you so much. I'm sure Mimi is listening and she will give you a feedback as soon as possible. Hello. Good afternoon. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, dear. Good afternoon. This is Chinaza from Kaseku.
Good afternoon, Chinaza. How you doing now?
I'm fine.
This is why you're laughing like this. What have I done?
I didn't go to work today, so I just said I checked the time.
Okay.
I said, it's even time for Volt Express. Let me just tune in and I'll know what's up with audio. I went for me to tune in and he was explaining how to cook ofuaku with chutney.
I blame this thing on that lady when I was in artisan market. Let me expose myself now. I blame that lady that I went to artisan market. Was it some weeks ago that told me? I asked her, Madam, in your church mind, engage you with or say, now. One need to go now, but ma, I know them ebas in engage with us. Or say, try any atata. Or what try go me akita ugo mun de bem nana. Oku na afugo. But how did I know now? My own is that I felt that the first time I used otazi to cook that food, I felt something was wrong. I said, no, this thing cannot be bitter like this now. Yeah, bro, to my aunties, no, but she see ofuaku. Oh, if you're going. Anyways, I think that was the last time I bought many leaf from that lady. Because I did not like the bitterness that came out from the ofuaku.
The preferred vegetable for ofuaku is usually stem leaf and pumpkin now. That is ogo.
Okay.
Yes, that's the preferred. So please don't blunder us again.
Hey, wahala.
Don't your fans again.
Wahala.
I even believe some guys that will actually believe me and they'll be like, okay, let's try your Thursday. You don't forget to. You go extend tire.
I go explain no be small oh, because one just text me now, tell me say, bro, which one be which one be Utaz? All right, my dear. So walk me through some traditional dishes from your hometown would like to get introduced to today.
The thing is actually called to laugh at you.
Hey, my enemies. Jesus Christ. I knew it. I knew that you people were waiting for a day for me to shame myself. It has happened now. It has finally happened. But I can assure you that the ofako I made had a lot of meat. You would not.
You said to lock your windows. Hey,
no, everybody got smell that blunder now. No. Now this one why I no agree. If not that one, I don't say I did try. I fit no be professional chef or 5-star chef or Michelin chef. But if I enter kitchen, like Burna Boy said, you go bow for the result though. Hey, you go bow for him. Jesus Christ. My God.
If you want to give us food that will enjoy, be happy, everybody be satisfied. Yes, you give us food. Anyway, you try it. Some guys don't actually even know how to light the gas step, so try it. I'll just add maybe 7. The only blonde that you have is that your what's it called, that your Tazi leaf. Maybe I'll just give you 7. Shall we just use our whole your body? Yes, you try. Just tell yourself you try.
I try. I agree.
Happy New Month, my dear.
Happy New Month, my dear. So you just gonna make you laugh me. No wala. Okay. Just before you go, just tell me what kind of food do you like?
Oh, I'm a beef fan. My all-time best favorite food ever.
Wow. Are you serious?
Yes, I'm a beans fan. Yeah. Go beans.
Go beans, Aboko Billy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Go beans. Oh God.
There's a time to life now.
No wahala today. But anyway, since beans is your favorite now, walk me through some steps to make an excellent beans without it being too oily.
OGO. I didn't call you to explain anything, like I said. And even if I request a song, you're not going to even play. You don't like playing my song, so I'm not even going to request you.
I tempt me today. Just tempt me today. Request for a song.
I requested for like 3 times now, and you don't play my song.
What song is that now? I'm sure I play every song requested.
Run Town, why?
Run Town, why?
Why by Run Town?
Okay. I've not played it because I don't have it yet now.
Yeah, that's it now. That's why I don't like requesting now. It's just like I like beats. I also like the song.
Yeah, don't worry. You know what's will happen? I'll specifically look for that song for you, and I'll play it the next time I come on. Okay?
No problem.
All right. Is that the only song you want to listen to?
Yes, that's the only song I want to listen to, sir.
All right. This is Subadro now, a chef that is hiding her skills. All right. I'll take it that you know how to cook, but you're just doing shakara for us because Iwa will start to tell us now how to cook beans. We'll now find out that is my you are making instead of beans. But don't worry, it is understandable, Achalugo. Bam. Bam.
Okay. And your Igbo self, you speak Igbo like you just came back from the States. What's happening?
Jesus Christ. No, nah. Hey, please. I'm a proper brought up boy of.
I don't know. There's this thing you said when you are explaining your recipe. I don't even. I forgot what you said. I was like, this one called the turkey cake. I thought say they cook one thing. I mean, no, that's like they even.
Now still finish the course of this thing. Nami Jones begin talk about my recipe. I will just keep them to myself. my let's not talk about the onubu because that one my first onubu is nothing to write home about. I was so angry the day I made onubu soup. That is my confession, and I'm sure the world now has said it. But let me now shock you. It was the worst onubu soup I ate, but it gets my particular friend who been come house that they tell me saying that the best soup in don't chop. God go judge that boy. Because I still hear the story where they talk. They say, I won't keep person picking. Saying, Bele, they turn am. It's well. It's well. It's very well.
Anyways, I think I enjoyed this program, this particular issue. Maybe she would do this and everything, so maybe they laugh at me.
Eh. Because you don't hear food now.
I will put it too now, all of us. Who don't like food?
Now this one you don't talk now where we go use make peace. Don't worry.
Maybe I'll even try this your Thursday. Maybe if you walk, I don't know, sha.
Please. I am putting a disclaimer out there. In case Madam Bomb sim nowhere after Sosa. Please, my hands are free. Oh, we hear me.
But I hope you know who is speaking.
Yeah. Chinaza now, right?
You know, say you have 30 daughters, I'm 30 sons.
I
don't know. I never get ready to, campaign for one now. Maybe when I identify the one I want to campaign for, I'll start my own campaign too.
All right, you don't get wahala I did for you.
Yes.
All right, my dear.
Husband material,
he go be. People doing people. There is God, though. There is God, though. Anyways, people, the lines are still open. You should say we go dance today because una too much, Jerry. Anyways, we're taking 2 more calls, then we go on a quick break and come back to wrap up this amazing Tuesday show. Let's go. Hello, good afternoon. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Good afternoon. My name is Favor.
Favor from where?
From Transakulu.
All right, Favor from Transakulu. You have the floor.
Okay. Number one, they don't use the taxi to cocoa farming.
Hey, wahala. All right, go ahead.
It's not good.
Okay.
Not good. But well, you try, because it's not easy for a man to come out and start explaining how to cook. So you try, but that would have been said. That would have spoiled everything. But well, you try.
Thank you.
But please, for people that don't know how to cook okra, I will not say them in the don't even try and use the task. Because you're going to spoil the taste of the food. You understand? But it's a bit quick, but it's just that it's spoiled it.
Okay.
So no problem. I came with it. I'm not shouting, I'm not like going to please. You don't use the task to cook okra. Thank you.
You're welcome, Favor.
Thanks.
You're welcome. You go be. Why do I feel like I was just scolded in the very lowest of tones? Hey, so all of now we're just listening. You were just listening to that Otazi part and was wondering, the show no faku koyani she ko bro onubu ko. Okay, all right. We're taking more calls right here. The last call just before we go on the music break and enjoy yourselves, Elizabeth. Then we come back and wrap up. Hello, what's your name and where are you calling from?
It's I called back.
Mimi. All right.
Yeah. Can I say the place will come for you? Everybody's not explaining you.
Let me hear. I can hear you there. I can hear you. You said?
I said the people that came with true violence and the people that came with speed.
I tell you.
Oh my goodness. Anyways, I know you learned your lesson because I know I don't want your dating meanings out. I don't want to see.
I am not giving any more tutorials how to cook anything again.
You don't stop that YouTube channel.
Hey, no, no. I know cook again for anybody.
Oh, God. Anyway, it's fine. But the guy that asked whether I'm from Akwa Ibom, no, I'm not an Akwa Ibom. I didn't know.
Okay.
Well, my grandmother was born that side, so yeah, she learned their news that
All right, all right. So you're a mixed breed of different culture,
yeah,
cooking
so
styles.
that,
Okay. I was hoping to hear all about that history. Anyways, we have some amazing text from our beautiful community. This one says, OGO, she's running. Oh, don't mind them. You try. 98 over 100. Ah, wow. Okay. It says, Happy New Month is Sonia from Enugu. I want to hear. Okay. I want to hear Every Man is a Walking Dead by Mobad. Why do you want to hear Every Man is a Walking Dead on a foodie Tuesday like this now? But anyways, if I have that song, best believe I'll be playing it for you. And just around now, we'll be going quickly to the dance floor after this call. And we're going to be dancing away our problems from June into this lovely July. Hello, what's your name and where are you calling from? How are you doing, my brother? I did sharp with my bro. How is it going now? Happy New Month. Are you supposed to have fun now? New months don't set. Alas don't enter. Everywhere soft. Abby? All right, so my brother, we're talking about traditional dishes from your hometown you might want to introduce us to. Do you have a few ideas or food that we could cook, this week to keep us in the right frame of mind for the month of July? Uh-uh. This my guy safe, eh? This my guy safe. Your own is just to chop life. You don't want stress yourself, nothing. But say Eh, my brother, what can I do? Kwano, now one person has to represent the main community. Go pay the Kaweli high pastor. Eh? Okay. Hmm. At all. Oh. But either way, the main thing is that we eat healthy, and at some point, we try to promote homemade cooking because I just realized that a lot of us actually cook wonderful meals in our various houses, but it can't be like say the cost of ingredients and everything come to make people to go outside to buy food, which sometimes can be more expensive. Yeah, it is. No, actually, some people they like stress themselves. For like me now, where they like chop waiting I cook, or waiting person way like me cook for me. You understand? It just depends. So everything our perspective. If you look at 'em like say stress, it could be stress. You understand? Because cooking go actually take you longer time to prepare, but by the time you are done, you fit just store them inside fridge, even if you no want chop them immediately. You understand? You understand now? So in case one time maybe say in case let's say diarrhea or typhoid is setting, you go no say now wetin you chop make you sick. Then bam. You understand. You understand. So now the benefits be that too. But anyhow, I understand that people like to choose different preferences and all that. You know. All right, my brother. We're going right into the dance floor right now, so we can play a few jams. And by the time we come back, you can call back and we'll continue this discussion. All right? Make we no waste any other time. All right, my brother. Have a wonderful Tuesday ahead. Ego be sure guy. All right, my people. Don't worry. I agree. I blunder for that Otazion. I agree. My hands are in the air. Like Black Sheriff said, just I know if you talk those things when you talk because of our Oga Pata we did for upstairs. You understand? But don't worry. I agree. Anyways, we're going right into it with Jay Martin's song titled Cool Temper. Then we have some amazing How Are You, My Friend? Because truly, I want to know how una day after that cooking blunder way I just talk about Otazi inside Ofuaku. I really want to know how una day, my friends out there. Anyways, we have some Chine Doom by Mercy Chinwo. God that will also guide us because some people out here una no get joy. Una just wait to make una hear my own mess up for kitchen. Make una really know say Ojo, I've caught you. Don't worry. Chinedum by Mercy Chinwo. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we'll go right into it right now, and we're giving you premium jams as soon as we come back because we have a lot of them, but we'll be back in no time to round up this amazing show. Let's go. Just like to take them softly. Come on. Even if you lose. And because you know happiness is free, that is why we came back to spread that happiness across the region, across the country. This caller, we had some exciting text messages. This texter said, "Good afternoon. I'm Chukunoyelum texting from Adoration Road, MNA. Try making abacha this week. Well garnished abacha with smoked fish or fried fish. Please play me I'm Back by Naira Mali." All right, that's amazing. There's a reason why I don't like to make abacha at home, man. You know why? I tend to put excess oil, and I never really get the hang of making perfect abacha like the ones our mothers out there who sell do, right? That's the only reason why I am very skeptical about making abacha. Anyways, my people, you know now we've come to the part where we're going to be waving our hands real soon to land this amazing flight of vibes we've had today. Anyway, I have a take home message for you because today is International Healthy Food Fats. Well, and some healthy Nigerian alternatives you might want to get. You know, get food way oyibo, the chop way no get our version. And that is true because Niger always they represent. So for avocado toast, in case most of you love to have avocados, the alternative for that is we get pear on agege bread. All right, for Kale smoothie, well, you can try ugu juice with ginger and lemon, which is good for your throats, also good for cold, and also good for things that would help decongest your tummy. All right. Protein bowl, my brother, make we talk beans and plantain. Even though it has been found out that at some point beans has high volumes of carbohydrates, but we go still enjoy them with our plantain like that. And for energy bars, just like granite with banana, they go. No, we don't even think I'm twice at all. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that is all we have. All right. And it's been such a fun segment. I'm going to take this call just to round up the show and, you know, wave au revoir to every single one of you. Anyways, because of the time, we're just going to be rounding up and calling it a wonderful day, which is all thanks to all you amazing people out there who gave your, well, humorous explanations and gave those wonderful topics for us to enjoy. You know now, waving goodbye is always the hard part, but does my stomach hurt from all those amazing food we'll be trying out? Well, it's also dancing, my soul is fed, and I hope your taste buds and brain don't collect better nourishment today on this hyperactive food full Volt Express ride. Before I land this aircraft, remember, food no be just for belle, now for brain, bone, blood, and better living. Eat well, live well, and no use your body do experiment or I beg. Thank you to all our foodies, chefs, and kitchen gods and goddesses across Volt Express for calling in and tuning in today, including those who laugh me for saying I put otas in Ofakun Subadra. No wala. You win. This is OGO, your pilot's one, and I'll catch you on the next flavor flight. Till then, stay fresh, stay fly, and stay foodie. Till next time, have fun, guys. Today, enjoy your new month on the month July.